Hello everybody, Zaxtor99 with another First Impressions video game review, indie game review. This time we're looking at Super Chrome Bullet Purgatory. Now, the developer name here looks familiar to me with Stumphead Games LLC, and the gameplay here in this game looks really familiar as well. Looks a little more advanced than something else I played by the same developer. So if we click on their name here, we see that, oh yeah, this developer also came out with Crome before Purgatory, a free 8-bit space shooter that was actually a hell of a lot of fun and well-coded, very fluid controls, and highly recommended, especially for free. But now we see that they came out with this game so that they could hopefully get some hype and attention brought to their real game. $1.99 for Super Chrome Bullet Purgatory launched just yesterday. So when we come back to this game, guys, in the dark depths of space, an unknown threat called Purgatory has begun to consume calories throughout the colonies, not calories, throughout the cosmos. As solar systems are engulfed by this mysterious force, the fate of civilization is at stake. All right, well, this looks pretty interesting, especially for $1.99. I like the eye there. Oh yeah, looks like my kind of game for sure. This reminds me of old school, Galaga, Galaxian, that kind of thing. And for $1.99, look at the boss battles and everything like that. This game looks pretty cool. But could this game be a letdown? Or could this game be my next Zaxtor's Indie Gold selection? We're going to find out if Super Chrome Bullet Purgatory is worth your $2. And we're going to go ahead and get into this game right after this. Alright, welcome back everybody. So here we are, Super Chrome Bullet Purgatory. Press start. I do have a controller in hand. I do believe you can play this with a mouse and keyboard as well. We have endless, we have tutorial. Now I did play one game before I actually started recording, and it's a fun little game, but I didn't do the tutorial, so I want to go ahead and do this really quick. Yes, this controller is recommended. Move with the left analog stick. While moving, press the warp button, which is your A button, to dodge bullets and enemies. Alright, sounds cool. Okay, so there's some bullets. Okay, so it wants us to warp through them and get to our goal. Wrong button there. The A button, just like that. And then we hit this button and hold down and shoot to destroy the enemies. Okay, so I did find out the first time I played, you can also hold down your R2 button to shoot, or you can use that button there. And hold down the circle button to charge up a shot and shoot your enemies that way. Okay, cool. I am using a PlayStation controller, so that is the circle button for me, but I believe that's like the B button on an Xbox controller. Look at that. How cool is that? So you charge up these attacks, and now I got like 3 turrets kind of circling me and defending me. And some of the enemies drop pixels, which will automatically upgrade your ship. That is very cool. Look how they're actually taking these enemies out really, really quickly. And that is the green weapon. Okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and launch the game, and here we go, guys. From the tutorial, it takes you right into a game. And, yeah, I mean, this reminds me of their first Before Purgatory game for free that they launched back in January. So maybe I would recommend, playing that free game first to make sure you like the feel of the game, because this game feels and plays, very similar. This game looks better because it's full color. It's not kind of a green, monochrome for everything. So this definitely looks fancier. It's probably a little bit deeper as well. That first game that they launched for free back in January, that was just to kind of get you, kind of tease you for their main game. And here is their their big game they're trying to sell right here. Already on to wave 3. Guys, I gotta tell you, this game just oozes quality. The controls here are super responsive, super fluid, and you know, I just tend to love games like this. I like the different types of enemies, and you know, being able to use hand-eye coordination to dodge all these different bullets. And another thing too is, like, every enemy looks like it has its own pattern of movement and bullets. Like, look at all these different bullets here. I'm gonna have to come all the way up here just to dodge. There we go. Yes, all these bullets spraying in all these different directions definitely creates a lot of challenge even early on in the game. But if you like these kind of games, oh, I died there. If you like these kind of games, I think you're really gonna like this one. Guys, I don't know that anybody plays more of these, you know, space games like this than I do on Steam. I'm telling you, I've played so many of these things, and honestly, maybe I'm pretty picky, but I would say less than 1 in 20 are actually, you know, something I'll even play a second time. Just so many of these space games just have really bad or really floaty controls that just make it not fun. And I could care less about the graphics or how advanced the graphics are. What I look for is a fun little game that gives me a challenge, and this one is doing both really well already. Look at all these different enemies, but look at all the different, you know, bullets coming at me from all the different directions, causing me to really have to, you know, not only use good hand-eye coordination, but a lot of different things to take in and keep me busy here. This is just one of those games that's so fluid and responsive and so much fun, you know, that it's going to be really addictive and offer a through-the-roof replay value. The developers, I feel like the developers really missed out on something by, you know, cutting themselves short in the price tag. $1.99 for this is a steal. An absolute steal, people. They could have easily charged, from the looks of it, I don't know how many different levels there are and everything like that, but look at this boss mode. And we got his health over here on the right, but look at all these different bullets he's spraying out. I mean, that's actually beautiful. I mean, I just want to stop and just watch all these different patterns of bullets, and it really is simplistic beauty. If you've ever heard a term simplistic beauty, or you know, the beauty of keeping it simple, then I would say this game definitely fits that. But look here, we have a completely different pattern of bullets being sprayed out, and so far we're not getting too difficult, but I like all the different types of patterns. I mean, look at these patterns of bullets, like, going all these different ways. That is so cool. And now he has hands, and you can shoot the hands. It does damage his health, but you really gotta watch out. Okay, we're good. All right. Look at that. Look at the heart shape, different ball shape. Look at all the different shapes and patterns of bullets. I mean, this is just too cool. I mean, you can tell, guys, this is a game what I'm talking about. When I look at all these different indie games and I review all these games, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for great graphics, but what I'm looking for is effort. You know, did the developer put in effort to try to make a fun experience and make a good value for the customer? And this game is no brainer. I mean, you can easily see the developer put a lot of time and effort and love into this game. You know, much like me, he's probably a fan of the old school, you know, shooters like Galaga and Galaxian. I remember how many hours I put in Galaxian back in the day on my home computer, my first home computer. I absolutely loved Galaxian. And Galaga, I believe, was a lot more popular, but I mean, Galaxian didn't even have 1/10 of the depth this game has already shown, as far as like all the different patterns of bullets, the ability to have so many different you know, objects and bullets on screen at the same time. This was something that, you know, we could only dream about back when I was a kid in the 1980s. But that guy is dead now, and we're moving on to wave 6, guys. Yeah, this game just oozes quality. The movement is super responsive. I am using a controller. It does recommend a controller, but I'm sure this game would be a lot of fun and very fluid as well with a mouse and keyboard. But if you have a controller, I would highly recommend you use the controller for this game, and I think you're going to have an absolute blast. We still have 3 lives here, but it is kind of picking up in difficulty here. One more bullet there. I mean, one more enemy there. We're moving on to wave 7. One thing I'm kind of confused about is my power-ups are not, my different weapons aren't charged. And I feel like maybe they should have been charged up by now. I know I had one early on, but oh my god, nope. I'm dead there. There's so many different patterns and enemies and bullets and stuff like that. Take down at once. That was close. I almost lost another life right there. Look at these worms, though. These, like, space worms or whatever, kind of how you shoot them, and they kind of split into different enemies if you cut them in half with the bullets. I mean, that is just too cool. But down to 1 life there, guys. I'm loving this game, though, guys. I mean, I absolutely am. I'm going to die here in a minute. I did see a high score list, so it should place us on the Steam high score list. That's a nice feature to have. I do wish the game had, you know, controls for sound. So I wish you could kind of control the sound volume anyway, and the resolution and stuff like that. So I'm going to end up taking a couple of points away for that. But guys, let's go ahead and get on to the grading, my scoring of this game. You know, I'm going to die here any second, but I want to keep this video pretty short. But value at $1.99, guys. I feel like the developers really hurt themselves and stepped on their own foot here by not charging more for this. I think they could have easily asked $5 or $7 for this game. I think it's definitely worth that. I would pay that. But $1.99 is a no-brainer. Value is 40 out of 40 through the roof, guys. Fun is also very high, guys, in this game. I really like it. 25 out of 30. Controls and bugs, guys. 20 out of 20. The controls are absolutely flawless, but I do wish they had a volume setting at least. I'm going to take away a couple of points for them not having even a volume setting in their options. So 18 out of 20 on controls and bugs. And then for the type of game that it is, guys, I'm going to give the graphics and sound, I'm going to give it an 8. I know that some of you guys are probably looking at it going, 8? What the heck? But this game moves really well. The reason I'm giving it such a high score is because I mean, it was really simple, all the different bullets, but they made such beautiful patterns and so many different kinds of patterns. I mean, I feel like I'd be robbing them if I didn't give them at least an 8 here. So if you add that all up, guys, 40 out of 40 for value. I said 25 for fun is 65. 18 out of 20 for controls and bugs, taking away a couple of points for them not even having a simple volume control in the game. Makes it 83. And then 8 out of 10 for graphics and sound, guys. Wind up with a 91%. Not quite enough to make my Zaxtorian goal, which requires a 93. However, if they did have at least that volume slider in the game, or a way to control the volume of the game, it would have been a 93, would have made a Zaxtorian gold. So it's right on the line there, guys. Still a very high recommend, guys. If you guys like these kind of shooters, not even 1 in 20 of these really, you know, low budget shooters on Steam are this well done. So highly recommended. I recommend you guys go out and get this game, especially if you like these kind of games. You're going to love this one. And good job to the developers. Thanks so much for making a great game at a hell of a price and offering it at a hell of a low price, and giving the gamer, the customer, a great value for their money. I want to go and thank the developers. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure you comment down below. Let me know if this video has sparked you to buy this game and what you think of it as well. Do you agree with my 91% score? And definitely 2 thumbs up on this one, guys. This has been Zaxtorian, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.